Hello there, Fro here again on another weekly football picks video for week 17 and a recap of week 16. A little under weather again, as you can tell, but before I get right into it, hope everybody had a great Christmas. Hope you had a good time with your family, if you could stand them, and got everything you wanted, and hope you had a great day. Football this week was not very exciting, but let's get right into it anyway. Week 16, I went 11-5. Pretty good. Continue to finish strong so far. First game was my shitty Colts at Baltimore. I picked Baltimore to win. They won 23-10. I'm out of words at this point for the Colts. This season cannot end soon enough. Please, Pagano. If Pagano's still the coach next year, I swear to God, I'll watch fucking hockey. Minnesota, Green Bay. No Rodgers. I picked back the Vikings to win. They won 16-0. No real surprise there. Packers got some work to do this offseason to build a better team around Rodgers. Cleveland and Chicago. I picked Cleveland to win their first game of the year, and of course they lost 20-3 because they are the Browns. 0-16. Good job. Excuse me. Detroit, Cincinnati. Picked Detroit to win. They lost 26-17. I don't know what to make of the Lions. I don't know what to make of the Bengals. There's two teams that are in that middle of the pack. Not bad enough to get a good draft pick and not good enough to make the playoffs. But I expect some big changes for Cincinnati, and I think it could be last year with Caldwell too in Detroit. Who knows? Los Angeles Rams at Tennessee. I picked the Rams to win. They won 27-23. Gurley is a beast. Had another awesome week. He should be the MVP at this point with all the injuries and stuff that happened this year. But it's going to go to Brady because, as we'll get to when we get to the Patriots game, it's very apparent the NFL wants the Patriots to win every game. And they want Brady to be the GOAT because that's all you ever hear on every channel. NFL Network, ESPN, doesn't matter. GOAT, 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 GOAT. So when you got him GOAT, I feel like I'm at a petting zoo. Any hoot. Got that one right. Miami at Kansas City. I picked Kansas City to win. They won 29-13. Miami sucks. Kansas City's starting to get back on track. One of the teams that might be able to get the Patriots run for money in the playoffs, but without Eric Berry to cover Gronk, it's going to be rough. Buffalo at New England. This was a tight, competitive game. And then, yet again, another touchdown taken away against the Patriots. I picked New England to win. They won 37-16. It's sickening at this point. It truly is sickening how anyone besides Patriots fans, because obviously if your team is benefiting, you're not going to call your team out. You're going to always fight. You're going to ride or die on your team. How any non-Patriots fan can look at the Patriots this year and just be like, it was like the third time a touchdown's been overturned against them? Even though Cooks had one earlier this year that won a game against the Texans, which was just as bad, if not worse, than all these. Who cares, though? The NFL's a fucking joke. Atlanta at New Orleans. Picked the Saints to win. They won 23-13. This game was close for one of it, but New Orleans, with that dual running attack and their defense playing like an actual defense, NFC's going to be crazy. Playoff. I'm looking forward to NFC playoffs. AFC playoffs are just like, who cares? Chargers at Jets. Picked Chargers to win. They won 14-7. Jets haven't been the same without McCown, but they competed again, so give them credit. But Chargers keep their playoff hopes alive. Coming down to last week. Denver, Washington. The who cares game of the week. Picked Washington to win. They won 27-11. Who gives a flying fudge bucket about that game? Tampa Bay, Carolina. Picked Carolina to win, and they barely won 22-19. Tampa Bay's been competing in the last couple games, but just they got some young players on that team, so we'll see what happens for the next year. But they had a very disappointing year. A lot of people picked them to make playoffs this year. But Carolina's going to be a tough out in the playoffs too, but who knows? Like I said, the NFC's going to be very interesting. There's four legitimate teams that could make it to the Super Bowl in the NFC. Jacksonville at San Francisco. I picked Jacksonville to win, and they lost 44-34 or 44-33, I'm sorry. Jimmy G is the real deal, man. Watch out for San Francisco next year. They're going to be a trendy pick to make the playoffs next year, and I can see it. They got some young talent on their roster. They got some draft picks. And Jimmy G looks like the real deal. You better lock him up. But worst comes to worst, they'll franchise tag him. But the future's bright, San Fran. Seattle at Dallas. I picked Dallas to win. And they lost 21-12. Seattle, might be too little too late because I don't know. Do they even have a chance to make the playoffs still? I don't think they do. I think it's, I guess it comes down to them and the Falcons. But anyway, Dallas, you guys just suck. I'm sorry. Dak is not the answer. Dez is, I said this multiple times this year, the most overrated receiver in the league. He's just so overrated. Was he make one big play a month? Dude is just not good. Look at what someone like DeAndre Hopkins do with no quarterback, and he's fucking making ridiculous plays every week, and he's getting triple covered probably. Anyway, got that one wrong. The Giants at Arizona. I thought this was a chance for the Colts to get that number 2 pick, which the Colts have a locked up top 3, so the worst pick a third this year. So woo! But I picked the Giants to win, and they lost 23-0. And the Giants are back to being awful. I mean, the record is awful, but they were, at least competing the last, few weeks. I don't know. Eli and the Jaguars next year. But you know what? Bortles had a bad week this week, but, he's played well this year and maybe give him another chance. Pittsburgh at Houston. Picked Pittsburgh to win. They won 34-6. No shocker there. Houston is horrendous. Bad injuries this year just killed their chances. If Watson was still healthy and Watt and all that, they'd be right there in at least the wild card, if you ask me. Oakland and Philly to end the week. Picked Philly at 19-10. I mean, Philly's finding ways to win without Wentz, but you got to play better than that in the playoffs. That's all I got to say. Oakland, there's always next year, right? You guys are used to saying that. Excuse me. All right. Week 17, the final week of the season. And don't worry, I'm still going to do picks for the playoffs and stuff. Obviously, the videos are going to be much shorter, so let's get this bullshit out of the way. Week 17, let's get the culture out of the way right off the bat. Houston and Indy, there's no primetime games this week. There's only 1 o'clock games and 4 o'clock games, but Houston and Indy, Houston's going to win. But, it wouldn't surprise me if Indy wins, but it doesn't matter at this point. At worst, we're going to pick third. If we lose and the Giants win, we can pick second. That's it. Cleveland got that first pick wrapped up. They really went out of their way to get that first pick. But I'm looking for Houston to win this game just because Indy just is an inept franchise right now. Without luck there, I don't care how good Brissett's looked at points this year. The offense is just abysmal. One of the worst in the league at converting drives into touchdowns when we get in the red zone. This team needs luck, and I just hope he's healthy next year, or we draft his replacement. Because Brissett is not the long-term answer. He's a great backup, but a mediocre starter at best. Green Bay at Detroit. 2 teams just ready for the offseason to start. Look for Detroit to win this game at home. Chicago, Minnesota. Chicago, like I said, they got something, they got a decent looking future, but Minnesota's legit. The Jets at New England. Usually the Jets can play New England pretty good, but with Bryce Petty and no McCown, look for New England to win this game pretty easily. And even if the game's close, they'll probably give the Patriots a touchdown or take away a touchdown from the Jets. Oh wait, they already did that this year. I forgot about that. Well, New England wins the game. Washington, the Giants. As much as I love the Giants win this game, I think Washington is good enough where they're one of the better teams that isn't making the playoffs. But they've also been ravaged by injuries this year. And it might be a different looking team next year without Kirk Cousins because I don't think he's going to be back there. But look for Washington to win that game. Dallas at Philly. I'm pretty sure Philly has the number 1 seed wrapped up. So I don't know what they really have to play for. They probably want to stay sharp though and keep Foles getting reps. So he might play a decent amount of the game. I'm not sure though. But look for Dallas to win this meaningless game and finish 8-8 or whatever the hell the record's going to be. Who cares? Cleveland at Pittsburgh. Hello, 0-16. My name is Cleveland Browns. Look for Pittsburgh to win that game. Carolina, Atlanta. Probably one of the only decent games this week. Atlanta wins and makes the playoffs. I think they win in their end. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna lie. Football is kind of a buzzkill right now, just because the thing it just sucks. This is just a shitty year. Injuries. The Colts suck. Fucking officiating is horrendous. Favoritism, you name it. It's protesting. It's probably the worst year I've ever been. Worst year of football that I've ever been a fan for. But yeah, Atlanta wins that game. Kansas City at Denver. Denver sucks. Kansas City keeps rolling, getting ready for playoffs. Look for Kansas City to win that game. Jacksonville, Tennessee. Now, Jacksonville just gave up 44 points to the Niners. But I think their defense bounces back this weekend. Tennessee is not a very good team. I mean, Tennessee still has a chance to make the playoffs. I think even if they lose this game, they can still make the playoffs. But I think Jacksonville wins this game. San Francisco, Los Angeles Rams. I think San Fran makes this a very good game. But the Rams win, and Gurley has another beast game. And should be the MVP, but running backs never get it. And Tom Brady. Did I tell you about Tom Brady? Brady, go. That's all you're going to hear. Rams win the game. Who cares? Buffalo, Miami. Buffalo, you still have a chance to make the playoffs. If you win and Tennessee loses, I believe you're in. And I think you beat Miami. So I think the Buffalo Bills can make it. I mean, you guys aren't going to do anything in the playoffs, but you know what? End that playoff drought. Because you guys deserve it. I want to see some dildos thrown on the field in the playoffs. That's what I want to see. Oakland at the Chargers. Chargers win. They still have a chance to make the playoffs too, but I don't see it happening. I think either Buffalo or Tennessee's going to make it in over them. But look if Chargers win that game. Oakland, woof. Always next year. You still got some young pieces, so that defense needs to be a lot better though. But you do have a Pagano brother now as your coordinator. I mean, I know you guys have played better since then, but playing better than what you guys were playing on defense is not saying much. Arizona at Seattle. I don't know if Seattle has a chance to play. I think if they win and Atlanta loses, they might have a chance. But I still think Atlanta wins, so I think Atlanta makes it in. But Seattle's going to beat Arizona at home. Russell Wilson had a chance for the MVP, but those two bad weeks in a row where you're just getting sacked nonstop. It really isn't your fault. Excuse me. Trust me, I know. Watching Luck getting sacked all the time. Man, I really love being sick. It's really great trying to do one of these videos when you can barely breathe. New Orleans to Tampa Bay. Well, Jameis, you're going to be in some L's this week because I think the Saints win that game on the road. And like I said, NFC, Saints, even maybe the Eagles, even if Foles keeps playing all right. But I would say Saints, Rams, Vikings, and even the Panthers. Yeah, I would say those four teams are legitimate shots to make any one of them. I wouldn't be surprised if they made the Super Bowl. If I had to pick a favorite now, I'd probably pick Minnesota or the Rams because the Rams' offense is amazing and the Vikings' defense is fucking one of the better, like top three in the league. And Keenum's playing well, and they got weapons. Ending the game, the final game of the season on my list for regular season, Cincinnati at Baltimore. Baltimore's going to win. Cincinnati sucks. I mean, I know they won this past week, but they are not a trustworthy team. But I think Baltimore wins, seals up their playoff spot, and their team, they always play Patriots well, but who cares at this point, right? I think we all can admit, I mean, obviously if your team's doing well, you're still enjoying this year. But all in all, as a total package, this season has really sucked. And it's really sapped the life out of me this last month. But you know what? I still enjoy doing these videos, still enjoy interacting with you guys that watch the video, and I still enjoy bullshitting about football. So that's all I got to say. Hope everybody had a great Christmas, or Hanukkah if you celebrate that, and Kwanzaa. I think that's coming up later on this month, or I'm not sure. I'm not good with those holidays, but if you have had holidays already, I hope that's great. If you have more holidays coming, happy holidays to those, and I'll see you guys next week for first round of the playoffs. And as always, take care. Love you all. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, thumbs up. And I'm out of things to say. I'm going to go take some more medicine and pass out. Peace out.